Right. Let's kick off this deep dive and talk about something I know we're both really excited about.
Yeah,
The USA women's rugby team.
definitely.
They're on the road to the 2025 World Cup.
Huge.
Huge EE.
Yeah.
We've been digging into some articles, taking some notes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think there's some really fascinating stuff here to unpack.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
first things first,
Yeah.
USA is going head-to-head against England in the very first match.
I know, right?
That's going to be...
Talk about a blockbuster start.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's really wild is this is actually a rematch of the 1991 and the 1994 World Cup finals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which, believe it or not, the USA won both of those.
No way!
Yeah,
Wow.
but England has kind of been dominating ever since.
Right.
And they've actually won 21 consecutive matches against the USA.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that already sets the stage for some
Yeah.
serious drama.
It's going to be intense.
Yeah. But what I find really fascinating is the USA captain, Kate Zackary.
Yeah.
She's publicly saying that they're going to be a team that can beat England by the time the World Cup rolls around.
Right.
What do you make of that statement?
Well, I mean, on the one hand, it's a pretty bold claim, right?
Yeah.
Especially given, England's recent track record. But on the other hand, I think there's some real strategy at play here with Zackary.
Oh, interesting.
I think she's acknowledging that pressure on England
Yeah.
as the host nation.
Right.
But she's also, boosting her own team's morale at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like that classic underdog psychology.
Yeah.
And I think it could actually work to their advantage.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's almost like she's trying to flip the script before the tournament even begins.
exactly.
England's still a really tough opponent,
Oh, yeah,
especially on their home turf, so...
definitely.
What specific challenges do you think the USA will face trying to make that prediction come true?
Well, England has a very structured, disciplined style.
Okay.
And it's been incredibly effective. They're known for their strong set pieces, their tactical kicking game, and they're really good at just controlling the pace of the entire match.
So that's a tough code to crack.
Oh, yeah.
But here's where I think things get really interesting.
Okay.
The USA is getting some reinforcements.
Yes.
Some star players are coming over from the sevens format.
Those is huge.
Big names.
Yeah.
Ilona Maher,
Yep.
Aliv Kilter, Chris Thomas, Shada Emba.
Love it.
They're all joining the squad.
Game changers.
Yeah. So how do you think this is going to shake things up?
Okay, so the influx of sevens players is a fascinating development because
Yeah.
sevens is just a completely different beast.
Right.
It's so much faster, it's more free-flowing, it demands this incredible agility and improvisation, and these players bring a whole different skill set to the table.
Yeah.
It really has the potential to just completely disrupt England's game plan.
So it's not just about adding talent, it's bringing a whole new way of thinking about the game.
A whole different energy.
Yeah. What specific skills do you think they're going to bring to 15s that will give them that edge?
One of the key things is their offloading ability.
Okay.
So in sevens, you have to be able to pass the ball so quickly and accurately, even when you're being tackled.
Right.
And these players, they've mastered that.
They're good at it.
Oh, yeah. And if they can translate that to 15s,
Yeah.
it's going to be chaos for England's defense.
Chaos is good.
Oh, yeah. They'll be constantly on the back foot just trying to adjust to this unpredictable attack.
So I love this idea of the USA bringing chaos.
Right.
England's so used to dictating the pace. So what happens when they're forced to react?
Well, you throw them off their game.
Yeah.
They're so used to this very structured style of play.
Right.
And when you have players that can just break the line and make offloads and create those unexpected moments, it forces them to improvise.
Yeah.
And that's where the USA can capitalize. Because those sevens players, they're so good at reading the game, making split-second decisions, they could really exploit those gaps in England's defense.
So it becomes a tactical battle.
Absolutely.
But England's known for its really strong defense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the USA can actually break through those lines consistently?
It's a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But remember, the sevens players, they bring another crucial skill to the table. Spatial awareness.
Okay.
In sevens, you're constantly having to scan the field, anticipate movements, find space. That kind of awareness could be really invaluable when attacking England's defense.
So they might not be able to, like, overpower England physically,
Right.
but they could outsmart them with their speed and their agility and that tactical
Yeah,
awareness.
exactly. It's all about creating those moments of uncertainty,
Yeah.
finding the gaps, exploiting them.
Yeah.
And the sevens players have the tools to do that.
So we have this clash of styles developing.
I know.
We've got England with their structured power game, and the USA potentially introducing a more dynamic and unpredictable approach.
Yeah.
You're saying the sevens players are like the X factor.
They definitely have the potential.
Okay.
But we can't forget, integrating these players into the existing 15s team structure.
Right.
That's going to be a key challenge for the USA coaching staff.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So we're moving beyond just the talent on the field
Right.
and thinking about the coaching decisions that could really make or break this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take a quick pause here.
Okay. Yeah, it really is a delicate balancing act.
Yeah.
You've got these incredible athletes with this unique skill set, but you also need to make sure they actually mesh well with the existing team dynamics and the current approach.
It's like building a puzzle,
It is.
all these different pieces.
Yeah.
And the coach has to figure out how to fit them together to create something powerful.
That's a great analogy. It's even more complex when you think about the fact that the sevens players themselves are all in different stages of transitioning
Right.
to the 15s game.
Yeah, because some of these players are already competing in the English leagues.
That's right.
We've got Alona Marr with Bristol Bears.
Yep.
Alev Kelter at Loughborough Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a huge advantage
Oh, absolutely.
in terms of getting used to the conditions and the style of rugby
For sure.
in England.
Playing week in and week out against that top-level competition, that's invaluable experience.
Yeah.
They're getting accustomed to the pace, the physicality,
Yeah.
all the tactical nuances of the English game.
And Chris Thomas has already been playing 15s with the USA team
Right.
in the WXV tournament.
Exactly.
For anyone who doesn't know, the WXV is this new global women's rugby competition.
It's awesome.
It's designed to boost the competitiveness of the women's game.
It is.
It's really cool.
It's a 3-tiered annual tournament.
Yep.
So Chris is already familiar with 15s and with the USA's systems. Her experience is going to be so crucial in helping to integrate the other sevens players into the team.
So you've got players getting used to English conditions.
Yeah.
You've got players with 15s experience.
Right.
And then you have someone like Cheda Emba, who's incredible in sevens.
Oh.
But she's really only now expressing interest in joining the 15 squad.
It'll be interesting.
It's going to be so interesting to see how they all gel.
It is.
It's not just about talent.
Right.
It's about everyone understanding their role and how they contribute to the whole strategy.
100%.
And remember Zackary's statement about beating England.
Yeah.
She mentioned that having those sevens players is going to provide a different viewpoint and bring different strategies to the team.
Yep.
Do you think that's realistic?
I think it's more than realistic. I think it's essential.
Really?
Yeah, you can't beat a team like England by playing their game. You have to disrupt their rhythm, force them to adapt, exploit those weaknesses.
So the sevens players aren't just there to spice things up.
No.
They're actually key to this whole new strategic approach.
Exactly. They're not just pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
They're the ones that might change the picture entirely.
Wow.
And it's interesting, Zackary herself was a sevens player
Oh, that's right.
in the 2017 World Cup.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so she really understands that transition firsthand. She can share her insights, her experiences,
Yeah.
help them navigate the challenges.
That's got to be so valuable.
Absolutely. It's like having a built-in mentor
Right.
on the team.
And let's be real, the pressure is immense.
Oh my gosh, yes.
The World Cup.
The World Cup, yeah.
How do you think they're preparing for that?
Well, I think that's where the leadership of someone like Zackary is so vital.
Yeah.
She's not just a skilled player. She's a fantastic leader. She inspires confidence, and she's really vocal about the importance of mental preparation.
Do you think her experience in sevens plays into how she leads?
I think it does.
Yeah.
She knows what these players are going through. She knows the doubts they might have,
Right.
and she can guide them through those challenges.
Yeah, so we talked about tactics, we talked about leadership, but we can't forget the fans.
The fans, oh yeah.
You mentioned 220,000 tickets have already been sold
It's incredible.
for this World Cup.
It really is. It shows how much women's rugby is growing
Yeah.
worldwide.
For the USA team,
Yeah.
walking out onto that pitch for that opening match against England
Yeah.
with the potential sellout crowd,
I know.
it's going to be
It
electric.
should be amazing.
But as exciting as that is,
Yeah.
it's just the
It's
beginning
not a long tournament.
of a really tough tournament.
Yeah.
We can't forget about the other teams in their group.
Right. Australia
And
and
Samoa.
And Samoa.
Those are going to be tough matches. What specific challenges do you see them posing?
Well, Australia plays a very similar style to England. They're
Mm.
focused on structure and set pieces.
Mm.
They're really good at controlling the tempo of the game.
So kind of a double dose of what they'll face with England.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And Samoa.
Samoa brings this raw physical intensity
Okay.
that can be really disruptive.
Mm-hmm.
They're incredibly strong in the contact area,
Yeah.
and they have a real knack for forcing turnovers.
So the USA will need to be on their A game defensively.
Oh, absolutely.
It sounds like each team presents its own unique set of challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to have to be ready to adapt their game plan,
Mm-hmm.
stay focused, be prepared for some brutal matches.
The World Cup is a marathon,
It is.
not a sprint.
I like that. A marathon where every step is a battle.
Exactly.
And the USA is looking to prove they have the endurance, the strategy, the heart
Yeah.
to go the distance.
100%.
But before we get to that final sprint,
We need to explore the Seven Stars' influence on the team culture.
I'm excited to talk about that.
Let's take a quick pause.
Okay.
Okay, so we've talked about all the tactical advantages these Sevens players bring,
Yeah.
but I'm really fascinated by how they could change the team culture as a whole.
Yeah. I think they bring this sense of fearlessness and creativity, you know?
Yeah.
Sevens is all about improvisation and taking risks,
Mhm.
trusting your instincts.
Yeah,
And that mindset can be like contagious.
right.
It can inspire those more experienced 15s players
Mm.
to step out of their comfort zones
Mhm.
and try something new.
So it's not just about the moves on the field.
No.
It's the energy they bring to the whole team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're challenging the status quo. They're pushing those boundaries.
Yeah.
They're reminding everyone that rugby is about having fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's about expressing yourself out there on the field.
Yeah, sometimes I think in the pursuit of, perfection and strategy,
Right.
we forget that joy is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And it seems like these Sevens players are bringing that back into focus.
Yeah, and that can be a game changer in itself.
Yeah.
When you're playing with joy and freedom,
Yeah.
you're more likely to take those risks, make those unexpected plays, and
Mhm.
ultimately achieve something really special.
It makes you wonder, do you think their influence extends beyond just the USA team?
Oh, maybe.
Like, could this influx of Sevens players across all these different national teams
Mhm.
actually change women's rugby as a whole?
It's definitely possible. I mean, we're already seeing this shift
Yeah.
toward a more dynamic, free-flowing style of play,
Mm-hmm.
and the Sevens influence is definitely playing a part in that.
So the 2025 World Cup could be this huge turning point,
Yeah.
not just for the USA team, but for the evolution of the entire sport.
Right.
Maybe we're watching a whole new era unfold.
It's exciting.
It's exciting. So knowing everything we've talked about,
Yeah.
what's your gut feeling?
Okay, well,
Will the USA soar to new heights?
it's impossible to predict, for sure, right?
Yeah.
But I have a feeling this USA team
Yeah.
is on the verge of something really special.
Okay.
I think they have the talent, the leadership,
Mm-hmm.
the belief
Yeah.
to really make a statement at this tournament.
And win or lose, their journey is going to be captivating.
Absolutely. This is a team
Yeah.
that embodies grit, determination, the pursuit of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just playing for themselves.
Right.
They're playing for the future of women's rugby in America.
Okay, so to all our listeners out there, get ready for an epic World Cup.
Yeah.
Buckle up, because the USA Women's Eagles are taking flight,
It's going to be amazing.
and it's going to be one heck of a ride.
Who knows, we might just see history in the making.
And that is it for our deep dive into the USA Women's Rugby team's road to the 2025 World Cup.
It was fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning,
Keep diving deep.
keep diving